whole thing is this, Doug.
Yeah.
People presume that you care more about this movie than you actually do, and
I don't. I really don't. I just admire the story structure. I admire the characters. If you really want to torture me, bring that Jean-Luc guy back on.
You know what? That guy was your Andy Dufresne. He gave up his spot for you.
No, he rightfully left to give me a spot.
He gave up.
He didn't belong on the show.
Every time I start to like you, I remember why I hate you.
He didn't belong on this show. Indicron is lucky to grab onto our coattails, is what I have to say about them. And Doc, I'm coming after them because they come after some of my friends. Like they don't have an impressive enough site that NASA would want Trixie on there. That's all.
Okay, wait a second.
Oh boy!
Now, hold on.
What? No, Ethan, shut up. Let's get back to Shawshank now.
No, hold on.
No, you want to do Shawshank? Come on.
A whole other door here, Doug.
No, Shawshank.
Yeah. Okay.
Doug just Shawshanked Indicron, and
he didn't Shawshank. He just shanked them.
He just shanked them. Yeah. Well, okay, so
chorus of kick Dougs, by the way, going on in the chat.
Yeah,
a lot of smugs. All right, so
a lot of bring Nassers.
I want Nasser on too. I think Nasser would have a good say on this. I think he's a good.
Nasser was in here, and then he eventually left.
I know he's a solid 100% Comicsgate guy. 100% solid. Solid. So's Handyman. 100% solid Comicsgate guys.
Okay.
100%.
I had him on my show.
Yeah, good guy.
Do you want to unpack any of this stuff, Doug, or you just kind of want to keep talking? Like,
why don't you be more cryptic and watch the view account go down?
I'm bringing them up because I watched Jean-Luc, who on this show is all passive and acting all cool. I saw him taking a giant shit and Jesse Miller on Handyman on another site. So I'm just saying,
what's wrong with Handyman? What's the problem with Handyman?
There's no problem. He's totally awesome. Comicsgate. I want to know why. Why is Jean-Luc acting all assholey and tough on him? So I'm just saying, I'm thankful he's gone.
This is a whole thing. Like, yeah, we've been going through this today with the drama behind Handyman, and I don't really get it. I don't really understand.
It's guilt by association, but the guilt is pretty strong.
It's guilt by association, and guilt by association is if they're going after him for that is soy.
I'm not going after him.
That is SJW, and Indicron, that makes Indicron SJW. I don't know how Comicsgate it is. I know how SJW it is.
Is Nasser on Indicron?
He chose not to go on Indicron. And I'm just saying, I want to go on a site that Nasser wants to go on because he's a Comicsgate authority to me.
Well, I don't know if Nasser's an authority on anything. I think he's a Comicsgater, but
he got in on a squeaky chair. I'm only saying I know he is 100% Comicsgate. I'm not sure about this Indicron thing.
TC in the chat says, "Can you clue the viewers in on what the fuck we're talking about?" And a lot of people have no idea what's going on.
I'm only saying that it's strange. It's strange to me that Nasser doesn't want to go on Indicron, and I think it's because of a purity statement that they're going through. They actually, Handyman tried to go on Indicron, got the box checked by Pixel Trader, who I think is a lot cooler than these other guys, and then Doc White couldn't do his purity test and back it up, and was all upset that somehow Handyman stuck through, and we all support Handyman. He's Comicsgate. I'm just saying there's something about these comics creators I'm all for. They make books, and this other site that benefits greatly from Comicsgate and from associating with us. I'm on board with that. I appreciate their support of Bigfoot Bill. I just I don't like the idea of them pushing and pulling and saying what Comicsgate is or isn't. They don't have a say.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not taking sides here because I've promoted Handyman and I like the guy who does it. But I think their view of it was they're linked up with a guy who said we're going to dox you because we know guys who sold you books and they have your address.
Yeah, and that's not true that he's not linked to that guy.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
It's that psycho, those psychos who put out that video of the Jason mask with the guns and stuff.
Right. I think I think he was linked to him, and they have a legit on that. But I'm not.
And he admitted that. He admitted he's
I don't like
linked to him.
Guildwood Association.
He's not linked to him. It's the guy.
Can we just fucking talk about Shawshank Redemption for a moment?
Brad connected me with Peter Pomiotti, as Bigfoot Bill. So, I mean, he's a nice guy. He treated me well.
He's a nice guy that got hit by them, and if they hit them, then they're hitting me.
Brad's been on Drawn and Quartered. To the best of my knowledge, he's Comicsgate guy, and he should by all rights be on a site like IndieCron. So if there is something keeping him off, I would like to see that changed.
Yeah, I'd like John Luke to come on and tell me what he thinks of the Handyman book.
Well, let me look at Handyman and see if it's even good.
Yeah,
because if it's no good, I don't really care.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. All right, here's Handyman on Indiegogo. Brad Ashworth here from Orem. Is that Utah? Is Orem in Utah?
I think he's from Utah. Yeah.
It sounds very Mormon-y.
Is he Mormon? The name Ashworth sounds very Mormon to me.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a nice guy. From what I've seen.
I spoke to him on the phone a couple of times, and
I had him on my channel. Yeah,
looks good. Guy. The book looks good.
Yeah,
I've seen this. I actually had this. I showed this book on my.
Yeah, you did. You've backed it. I've backed it. IndieCron, it's not on there. I'm just saying.
All right. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea because there's something going on here that I don't get, and the chat doesn't get it either. And from my perspective, my thing is, somebody says they're Comicsgate. Yeah. All right. You say you're Comicsgate. We all have disagreements.
Yeah.
Tim Lim and I famously have a disagreement. I think Tim is Comicsgate, even though.
Listen, me and Tim, I saw Tim's Trump Space Force up on IndieCron. Man, if anybody's got a gripe against Tim, it's me, and he belongs to be up there. He's Comicsgate.
Yeah. Hold on now. Here comes Edwin the Ace Acevedo. He says, Doug is talking out of his ass. Brad Ashworth tweeted he was leaving Comicsgate a la Mindy a few days ago. He then started running around with crypto, spamming chats, and trying to get Comicsgate money.
Yeah.
Well, here's what it is. If John Luke has a rule that you have to call yourself Comicsgate, and Brad is not calling himself Comicsgate, then that's it.
What about Nasser? Is Nasser Comicsgate?
Well,
Nasser calls himself Comicsgate.
But Nasser requested to be off the list.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm saying Nasser 100% Comicsgate.
But they would put him on. Doug, they would put him on in a heartbeat. He requested to be off.
Well, that's it. That's it.
But it's because of how they treated Brad that he didn't want to be.
But if Brad says I'm not Comicsgate, then he's not Comicsgate.
But did he say he wasn't Comicsgate back then when they took him off?
No, I think at that point, originally what had happened is that, again, he was associated with this person who was, basically had threatened others with guns on video. And then at that point, it sounds ludicrous to say, right? But this is really the level of insanity we're dealing with.
I saw the video too, and I thought it was nuts. I thought that guy
that's it. So then
none of us are going to figure this out because the guys within IndieCron are having a dispute right now. So why don't you let them figure it out and then let them lay their cards on the table?
I couldn't care less about any of this. Who's Comicsgate and who's not Comicsgate. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You come on here and you say that you want me to promote your comic book. I care about producing good comic books. And if you come on here, you come on my channel, you're going to be stigmatized by being on my channel.
That's right.
So you're Comicsgate whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter what you say. So anybody who wants to come on my channel to get promoted, as long as their book looks good to me, and this looks pretty good, I got to promote them. I wish people would stop fighting over this because there's no money in fighting.
Well,
there's
that's
no
it.
money in it.
That's it. I just don't see personally how a purity test is really going to work. So when I spoke to Brad specifically, he said to me, Ro, I have no idea about this stuff. I think that's the end of it. You got to take a man at his word.
I agree with that.
Right?
I agree with you on that one.
Unless there's some serious proof. We can't go around accusing people. That's the bottom line. And anyways, I'm not concerned because we got bigger fish to fry, right? That's the bottom line. Doug, you got shipping problems, right? That's a big problem for you.
Nobody in the chat wants to hear any more about this. Just
and Ethan, I apologize.
I'm only saying.
I apologize for bringing Doug on.
I stand with Master, and I stand with Handyman, and those guys are as Comicsgate as they need to be with me. And if they have a problem with Indicron is optional, in my view. They're optional. I thank them for their support, but they're optional. They're not making comics. They're a list. And everybody can go consult with that list also. Fine.
I stand with Viagra.
Hey, AVS.
Doug, what? Yeah.
I apologize.
Did you see
my fault. I asked to bring Doug on, and he started this shit, and this is on me.
Hey, AVS.
Yeah,
I still like that.
I want to tell you that
I don't like
chaotic flux is halfway there.
What's halfway there?
Chaotic flux.
Oh, good. Good. All right. So, yeah, good. I'm looking at Black Forest. He's at 1358 out of 7,000. He'll make it. He's got 35 days left. But I don't want to, this is the thing. All of these arguments are worthless to me. I don't get them.
It's too much infighting. It's not interesting to the viewer at all.
It isn't at all.
Yeah, they don't care. And I don't care. Like,
this is like like a high school girls' sleepover party.
That's very interesting. What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what's interesting.
That's the worst analogy I ever heard. I'm completely.
I'll tell you what's interesting. Detective Dead on Indiegogo. Check it out, guys.
That's how to do it. All right, let me read some more super chats here as people go on and on. People are furious at Doug. People are furious at Cecil.
What'd I do?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. That's why we're reading the super chats.
You invited me on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, Dark. Oh, the Great White Dope says, "What the fuck are you guys talking about right now?" Which is
exactly. Thank you, Doug.
A lot of
we didn't start this fire. We didn't.
I brought you in for fucking Shawshank.
I'm just a guy. I'm just over here in my corner. What did I do?
All right.
I just wanted to talk about Shawshank.
DD says Doug's like a hostage video, except boring. Edwin the Ace Acevedo commented. We read that one. DD said this stream was fun, and then Doug. Edwin the Ace Acevedo.
That's on me. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Edwin the Ace Acevedo says, "Sorry, Ethan, I don't do adjacent and never will." Now that Comicsgate adjacent, we know where that term came from. Yeah. So again, my thing is, I don't know, prosperity. Doug. I mean, maybe we can argue about a few things, but we shouldn't argue that we want people to do well. I don't like the word adjacent. I think that's a cowardly word.
The first time I heard that was from Nurkish.
That's correct.
Oh, then that makes it a word from a decent guy.
Oh, screw you.
Man, Cecil, don't you miss that Nurkish guy? Don't you miss him? He was kind of funny.
With every bullet so far, I've missed him.
He was kind of funny. I don't know much about him. He was a quality comedy writer.
I miss him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I miss him. I thought he was a good friend of mine, Doug. He spoke to me in private. We shared secrets about personal stuff.
Yeah.
I only found out later through other friends that he was bad mouthing me constantly.
Yeah.
And that he always hated me.
Yeah.
And when I asked him to please protect this community by not allowing crazy stuff on his Discord, really offensive, anti-Semitic stuff on his Discord, he told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
And, then he told everybody that I was threatening him.
Yeah.
So I miss him too.
That's in italics. No, I get what you're saying, and that puts a lot of pressure on me because I have two friends who are in an impasse. When
was the last time you spoke with him?
It's been a month. It's been at least a month. Very short though. I text him just to check in on him. How you doing? Just to hear from him.
I wish you well.
Yeah, me too.
That's the thing. If people are like, what secrets? No, we talked about our families and stuff. I mean, I never knew his real name, but I knew a little about him and he knew a little about me. And, that's a shame. That is a shame. I was shocked by it. I never know when people hate me, but now I just assume everybody does.
By the way, I gave my nieces cardboard this afternoon. They came in from Amazon and she read 88 pages of it in a run and she loved it. So I hate to compliment you, but
cool. No, we can remain bitter enemies, and you can still
shut up.
I really didn't know Cecil and Doug were bitter enemies. That's a surprise to me.
No, I like Doug.
Yeah, I know. Cecil and I love each other.
everything he
It's
can to make
Critias and I who are official enemies.
Yeah.
Critias and I.
I gave my kids cardboard boxes, and they had just as much fun.
I try with all my might to like Doug all the time, but he does everything in his power to dissuade me from that.
Yeah, but that's how I know who my real friends are. You see me do.
I try to like you. I do.
I throw down divisive tweets about not believing in evolution and being pro-life because everyone who leaves.
I don't agree with you on anything. I don't think in the world. I don't agree with Doug with any. I don't even believe the sky is blue if he says it.
But if I'm an asshole online like this, and then everyone my friends here stay, then they are my true friends. Like even I can't keep you away.